It's Tuesday and you guys aren't in class, so I wanted to go over what I was going to go over in class with the other half of your class tomorrow, and that is taking your 6-panel storyboards and filming your clips for those. So what you have represented in each of these panels is going to be a clip that you film on your phone. And I'm going to give you a few tips for filming, and I just wanted to add, like as I was filming mine, there were a few spots where I thought I needed to maybe add something in to help tell my story better. So I just added it in. I didn't like make a whole nother panel or something for it. And then I'll just make a note on my storyboard that I did a little extra filming, or I added in something in between like panel 5 and panel 6. So I'll go through each of the panels separately, and then I will show you the clips that I filmed and give you a little explanation on some tips and tricks on filming it in a way that'll make it easier for you to edit when we're ready to put these onto our computers, into our editing software. All right, tips for shooting with your phone. Always shoot horizontally, not vertically. The only time you would ever shoot vertically would be for an app like TikTok, and we are here to learn how to shoot film. So we're gonna shoot horizontally. The reason you want to do this is you don't want to have those black bars on either side of your video, and then also if you alternate between horizontal and vertical, your vertical footage is not going to be able to fit into the horizontal space. You would only be able to get like a wedge from the inside of it. So we're going to avoid that. Secondly, when you're filming, if you are holding the camera and you're filming somebody else, you need to make sure that your camera is stable. So try to use 2 hands when you hold it, and do smooth actions. If you're moving or if you're holding it still, see if you can balance on something. You know, use your elbows on a table, or prop your hand in your elbow, and that'll help stabilize your footage. If you have a little selfie stick or a tripod, these are always fantastic because you can just set them in it. Set up your shot, hit the record button, and then go do what you're going to film. And it's okay to go ahead and hit the record button and then get into your spot, because you're going to be able to edit these. And by editing, that means you're going to be able to take your clips and you're going to be able to trim them to exactly what you need for your finished video. And I'll show you what that looks like. So this is what our Final Cut editing software looks like. And I just drug my clip into the timeline. And then you'll see at the beginning, I pressed record, and then I walked to my desk, got situated, and then I started the activity that was supposed to happen in my clip, which is teacher at her desk. And now I am changing the size of my clip and trimming it so it starts at just me sitting at my desk typing, and I cut out me walking to it. And then when I'm finished with my action, I play it out as in my story panel, and then I pause for a second, and then I get up to go turn the camera off. So what I'll do is I'm going to take the last part of the video clip and I'm going to trim it to where the action stops and the end of the panel is complete. If you're having anyone film you because you are the subject of your film, then just make sure you share the same tips with them about filming horizontally, pressing record, and then having the action happen instead of having you start the action and then hitting record, because you're going to miss some key pieces. It's always good to have more than less, because you can't edit if there's not video there to edit. So you would tell them to hit the record button and then say action after it started recording. And then when you're finished, make sure that you pause or just leave the frame for a few seconds before you say cut. And then when you say cut, then you stop recording, not before. And then also lighting. You don't have to have special lights or anything, but if you are filming, it's good to have the light facing you, not behind you. So if there is a window in the room that you're filming, try to face the window so the light that comes through the window is shining on you and is not shining behind you, because your phone is going to want to correct for that, and it's going to make you dark and the window bright. So the way to avoid that is just to have the light coming from behind the camera, not from behind the subject. After you're finished, there will be like stuff that's going to be edited out, but just watch your clips in order, if you film them in order, and just see if you can see the story playing out. See if any clips need to be reshot. Remember, you can always take more clips, and they don't have to be in order on your phone. When we import them into our computers, you're going to be able to put them in any order that you want. Try to be sure that when you're filming it is a good time to film, and the dog's not going to be barking, or your sister's not going to be trying to come in your room or something like that. And if you look at your 6-panel storyboard when you're trying to film and you're just like, this story is ridiculous, I don't like it at all, then just make a new one. You can jot down a shooting script like we did in class 2 weeks ago, and then just write down your shots, or you can just sketch out your panels again, or use the Post-it note technique that we learned in class and get your ideas mapped out on those. But whatever you do, make sure you plan first. I hope you all had fun coming up with your stories, because I had fun coming up with mine. I was inspired by the fact that I was out of coffee, so I made a story about a teacher that runs out of coffee. And here it goes. So my first panel is a wide shot, teacher at desk, and the action in it is picks up mug and realizes it's empty. And I did this as a wide shot to establish the scene, teacher in a classroom at her desk. The second is a close-up showing my face unhappy. There's no action listed in there because it's a close-up of the expression on my face. And then the next is a point of view, my point of view, looking at the empty mug. And the action is I look at the empty mug and then I look at the wish box. Next is medium shot, teacher at desk writing, writes note and puts in wish box. And then I decided to add a cut to of me putting the wish into the wish box. Then there's a close-up at the top of the box that says make a wish. And I decided to record a coffee pot making these sounds of it brewing so I could put it over this shot to kind of make it like a magic effect there. And then the last is a medium shot, and the coffee appears in the box. And then I pick up the coffee and drink it, and then I added in another point of view shot at the end just to kind of wrap up the story. I just wanted to add some pointers in. For the close-ups and the cut-tos, try to repeat your actions, and then that way you can add them in and it seems like they happened at the same time, even though you're just shooting with one phone camera. So here I pull out the Post-it note and I start to write, and I went ahead and wrote the whole note and put it in the box. But I went back and filmed a cut to, and I wrote the same note again. And what I did was, when I cut the video, I had written I and then W, and then I put the insert in at the same point where I was in writing the note. And then when I do the cut to of me putting it in the box, I just film myself putting it in the box again, just from a closer angle. And here I just held the phone on the Make-A-Wish box for a few seconds, and I recorded a coffee pot brewing coffee into a cup, and then I used the sound from one video and the image from another. And I can show you how to do that very easily in our editing software. I hope you guys enjoyed my silly short story, and I look forward to seeing your video clips and showing you how to put these things all together in the computer. Have a great week.